Hi guys and welcome back to Adam's Aquatics. Today's Tuesday, so we're here for another vlog style video. We're going to be going through the ins and outs of the fish room this week. So there's been some real negatives this week, but we're going to try and go over the positives as well. So bear with me and let's just get into it. Okay, so let's start off with probably the biggest negatives. So last Thursday we went to the fish shop to get my Abiaxis pair. Unfortunately, they both passed. Now, I'm not really too sure the reason why. I have my theories. I really think it was to do with the stress that they received through the shipping and then the bagging and then all of that malarkey. You know, it has nothing to do with the water parameters, as you can see. My original female Hera at the back there, she's doing fine. She's just living out her life in this tank at the moment until her new male arrives. So we're going to try again. We're going to try again with another male. What really happened in that video, what really happened when he arrived was he came in quite good shape. The female, she was in quite bad shape. She deteriorated very quickly, whereas with the male he was fine, and I think that she just really harassed him and gave him quite a lot of stick, and unfortunately that happens, and you know, I've learned from it. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up the breeding box on the outside of this tank before I introduce him, make sure that he's nice and acclimatized, make sure he's nice and ready to go, and then we'll slowly introduce them to as a pair. So she's very aggressive, I have noticed that. When I put the my Vieja Hercules into the main display tank, when she was in there, she was harassing him non-stop, and he was a much bigger fish. He is a much bigger fish than what the Abiaxis male was. So that's my conclusion that I've come to. I'm gutted. I'm going to wait another couple of weeks because that's when my fish guy will be able to get them in again, and then we'll go from there. Big Purse, he's as you can see, he is on a tear at the moment. He's been eating non-stop and he's been chasing his female, yet to be named. She's in there all the time. They've been getting on better. Some days they get on really well and she swims around with him, and some days he gets really aggressive and chases her off. He hates the camera we've been put in his face, so when I put the camera in his face he goes and runs to the back. But there she is. You can see how much she's grown in literally 2 weeks. She's getting nice and big, and yeah, so I'm quite pleased with her progress. I'm quite pleased with their progress as a pair. I just got to keep cleaning her up. There's quite a lot of food in this tank and she's been trying to eat it, but he's been defending the food because I think he's worried that she's just going to eat all of his food. I can feed them more, it's not a problem. So he just needs to get used to the fact that the food is for sharing. If you follow me on Instagram, then you'll know that Osiris and his female have had another spawn. I tried to remove the fry earlier and I only managed to get out 6 or 7. I'm not really too sure where Osiris has gone. Oh, here he is. He's buried himself. When he gets scared, he buries himself under this log. So she's still got a fair few babies in there. Let me just move this Anubius. So she still has a lot of babies in there. I'm going to give it another go tomorrow. I want her to lead them back into the cave where they've been coming from, and then tomorrow when they're in the cave, I'll lift up the cave and just scoop them all out with the turkey base. So that's the plan. I hope she doesn't go crazy like she did last time and start beating on Osiris, but I'm sure she won't. Set the big boy. He's getting nice and big now. He's still got a lot of growing to do to catch up with my big guy Apollo, but this tank's settling in nicely. I'm really happy with its progress. There's 4 of them in here now, 3 females and him. I'm letting him decide which of the females he most enjoys, and then I'll remove the rest, and we'll go from there. Yeah, again, pretty happy with the progress. There's been quite a lot of bickering. There's one of the females there. He's just hiding in that pot. He gets really scared of the camera, and there's another female down here. They all hide from each other quite often. There's another female in that back cave back there, and then obviously he's in this big cave here. There he is there. So they're kind of working out their group dynamic. I'm happy for them to just work it out and then see what happens. Obviously these females are all from Apollo and Aphrodite's spawn, and like I said, I'm just more than happy to just keep going with them, see who he ends up pairing off with, or if he manages to work out a trio or whatever. I'm just happy to just go with that for him, to be honest. So let's go and have a look at the breeding. Okay, here we are. This is now going into week 3. So Monday was the end of week 2. So we're into what looks like week 3 now. They're getting pretty big. Some of them are starting to look like actual fish. When you side view them, again, I've just been feeding them a lot. I've actually moved away from baby brine shrimp now. I'm feeding frozen, which is there's some frozen there, and some flake. And then let's see if I can catch some image of these ones. Are approximately 2 days old. I saw them 2 days ago. So there's the little one there, 2 days old. Again, I've been feeding them the fry one. I'm going to start hatching out brine shrimp probably tomorrow. I want to make sure they've absorbed all their egg sac before I move them on. Here are the first batch of macmasteri fry that we have. There's 4 still left. They've all survived fine. They're growing out nicely in the grow out tote. Really happy with their growth. I specimen cut one the other day. It looks really good. No deformities. Happy with how they're getting on. Yeah, not much I can really say about them. Again, really happy with how. So I've been thinking about this breeding rack, and what I've been thinking about is how to maximise the amount of space and the amount of tanks that we get on it. So what I am thinking about is potentially removing these little ones here, just moving the hospital tank, and actually I'm thinking about introducing Kaya to the main display tank. I think she'll get on fine in there, and she's adjusted to the lower temperatures now because I turned off the heater a couple of weeks ago, and she's getting on fine. So I'm thinking about introducing her into the main display tank now, and I'm sure she'll get on fine. Also, just removing these guys, these little boxes that I thought were a good idea, not particularly a great idea. And actually, what I could do here is I could add 2 massive, or not massive, massive for me, 3-foot tanks. You know, I could have 36 by 12s, 36 by 12, nice grow out tanks, or potentially a discus tank, or potentially another type of display tank, a bigger cichlid tank. I'm not sure. I've been thinking about it though. I've been toying with it, and that's potentially what I'm going to do. It give me some more options, give me some more content, and it's actually something that I really, really think I would enjoy. I would still obviously. I could quite easily keep these specimen tanks down there for breeding, and they wouldn't be an issue. In fact, it'd probably be warmer because that area of the fishery is warmer. You know, I'm just thinking about maximising the amount of space and the amount of tanks and the amount of fish I can keep in this room. And I know this will be more difficult when I move, but it's something that I'm really thinking about investing in order to make my fish experience a bit better. Now, am I going to regret that because the more tanks you have, the more maintenance you have to do? No, I don't think so. I really enjoy the maintenance. At the moment, I have to cut it down to 1 a week water changes, which is not ideal for me, but my current work schedule is a bit hectic to the point where I'm not able to do the amount of water changes that I would like. So I've just been doing that for now. It seems to be working fine. None of the fish have suffered, and they all seem to be happy. So again, you just have to make things work, don't you? And I am. So that's kind of where I'm at with this. Just a few thoughts on how I could be expanding the fish room in the future. Unique updates on the Ocelot's Gold in the last couple of weeks, but I'm still really enjoying them, and it's something that's the reason why I'm thinking about potentially putting the 3-foot tanks in here, because then I could have some bigger rock dwelling cichlids, and it's something that I really think I would really enjoy watching. So I'm going to show you them now, and we'll give you a little update on how they're getting on. They're getting on great, but I'll give you a quick. 3 have really settled into this tank now, and they're really started to make this their home. I see them move the sand all the time. I see them build their little dens, like this little guy here, and that's his little den. And this one kind of floats in the middle, and then this guy over here, he's taken up residence over here. Now, I don't know whether I've got males and females. I don't know whether I've got I don't know what genders they've got. I've been told that the females are more stocky and more well built, so potentially I've got 2 females and 1 male, but I'm not really too sure. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to continue to feed them. Hopefully then we'll get some breeding action, because I think that'd be really cool to watch, and I think that they're a really cool fish. I really enjoy them, and it's really cool when I put the food in the top, and they come up and they peck at my finger. They're really interactive. I really can't recommend these guys enough. If you're interested in a African cichlid and you don't want to have to have a massive tank, because this isn't a massive tank, this is only a 2-foot tank, I highly recommend these guys. Small colony, and then you'll see the benefits from that. I personally believe that I'll see the benefits from these guys when they do eventually breed. I will be able to obviously let generations grow into this tank, and that's something that I'm really looking forward to. Okay, and my final update of the week is on the main display tank, and what I want to say to you guys is this guy here, my Pistogram Vieja. His new name is Hercules. He has settled in great, and he is now the tank boss. It's that simple. He's an absolutely fantastic specimen. He is not currently interested in eating the food that I drop in the tank. He's more of a scavenger. He will scavenge around. He'll pick through the detritus and all the mulm and the stuff like that that is in the tank. Aries, the Cacatoria cichlid that is left in here, has kind of retreated a little bit. I still see him from time to time, but he kind of is now taking shelter in either the pots or the caves, because Hercules has become the boss. Like, he is the boss of the tank. You'll see him swimming around, and he'll take lumps out of not take lumps, but he'll go for the algae eaters, he'll go for the tetras, he'll go for the gouramis. This is his tank, and he kind of runs it. So I've also been really interested in the Starlight Pleco. He loves, I don't know if you guys can see him, to take up residence on top of the filter, and he's really fun to watch when he swims about and he eats. And obviously I've got my L128 Pleco, my Blue Phantom, that I never ever see out and about, hiding in that cave. You can kind of see his spots. What an expensive little rock dweller he is. He just loves to hide in there. He's definitely a he as well, because I've sexed him, so he's definitely a he. Here we go, look. He's the boss. Like I said, he's the boss. He's in charge. This is his tank. Let's just watch him for a little bit. He just bosses the tank. He's just the boss. He's the boss. It's very playful as well. It's not like he's taking lumps out of them. It's like, just like, get out of my space, get out of my space. This is my tank. This is my tank. Not like a I'm gonna rip you to shreds type thing. I haven't seen any type of that behaviour, especially not with the tetras or anything like that. I've only really seen him go after the gouramis and the bigger fish. I don't think he's really interested in the small guys, to be quite honest. Sums it up for another week, really. We've had some ups and downs, predominantly downs, but I'm quite happy with what's gone on in the fish room this week. Obviously, I've had another spawn. Hopefully, I'll have an Agassiz eye spawn soon if these two kind of sort out their relationship. And then hopefully another Cacatoria spawn in the near future. But I'm not too sure what's going on with Apollo and Aphrodite at the moment. He's just his normal self, but she's just retreated into a cave and is constantly in a cave. She comes out and eats, and she's eating really healthily, but I haven't seen any fry, and that's very unlike them. I normally would have seen fry by now. Obviously the last time I butchered it myself, but I would have normally seen the fry swimming around, and I'm not really too sure what's going on. Maybe I'll remove her or him, or just give them a break from each other for a little while. But I probably won't, because I just like watching them together. I'm happy just to watch them. Same with Mars and Venus. I'm just happy to just watch them. Yeah, that sums up another week. Thank you for joining me for this video. If you've liked this content, make sure you like and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram at adams.aquatics. And I will see you on Thursday. This will be the promised DIY food video. Obviously wasn't able to produce that for you guys for Sunday or today, so that will be ready for Thursday. So make sure you tune in then, and I shall see you soon. Bye.